Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, we've been telling you for a while that Sunspot is one of the best attackers in battlegrounds for a very long time. We've been doing the tier list, and I've been telling you, I always ban my opponents because I didn't have one. Well, hopefully you saw the video. I finally pulled one. He totally demolished all my thoughts. I was gonna rank up Dom, I was gonna rank up Dan, I was gonna rank up Bishop, and I was like, I am ranking up Sunspot, took him up, been able to use him in this new season 11 meta, and the guy is not disappointing. He's even better than I realized, and he's not even awakened. I'm gonna show you fights against every other class in the game, and they're all gonna be at least difficult defenders. Galan is probably the worst one I'm gonna show you when you consider that we're going up against a tech matchup here, and he's going to obliterate it. And here's the crazy part. I could improve. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Now, this is this fight with Galan. I'm going to talk a little bit, as you know, about how to play Sunspot, but the guy's resiliency and the way he works together allows him to take so many fights and do it so fast. So going up against this Galan, and I knew I needed to go fast, right? You don't want Galan gaining his harvest and harvesting you, basically. Well, really cool is that you were going to be able to throw our SP1, and we're going to be able to get to it pretty quickly and then get to our special 2 quickly and end this fight. So here's the, the essence of it, right? He's got this perfect block if the opponent is incinerated. Fortunately, you see how many incinerates we are applying. We've already thrown our SP1. So Galan lost all of his harvest or whatever it's called. It's not important. Who cares? Meaning though, when he throws this special 1, we just got to evade it. We're good. We're all good. Now I just need to get to my special 2. So I'm going to get a little bit of incinerate on him, keep him below a bar power so I could draft back, parry Sun into that perfect block, and then throw the SP2. And the flare state we picked up from the SP1, it ends up acting like, it does create a passive prowess, right? But for each stack of flare state, Sunspot gains a passive effect, a passive prowess, right? A prowess passive, increasing the damage dealt by this special attack by 200%. I believe that was a rank 4 Galan. I don't think it would have looked any different if that was a rank 5. Curious if maybe it had, if it was an ascended one. I'm sure we'll face one eventually, and I will let you know. But that was one SP1 to get one flare state. Okay, that might be a bit of a funny edit, but we needed to move the video along. This was the first fight I've taken since taking him to rank 2. I played him years ago in War as a 6-star. Now here we are. So I remember the basics of how to play him, and we're going up against this. I believe this is actually a rank 5 Absorbing Man. The one thing I knew I didn't want to do was let Absorbing Man spend too much time in his magma form, right? Because that's going to be bad for our incinerates. I do want to land them. So far this is going pretty well. And then I was like, well, I do want to throw my SP1, so we're going to get that stack of flare state. Remember, it's going to act like a prowess when we go to our SP2. And right now, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with how this is going. And I think, yeah, there we go. The AI, just whatever, it's fine. Let's just call it I made a mistake. And now we're going in, and I'm like, I think I'm just going to YOLO and see what could happen. Carl does throw his special, and we're going to punish it with the heavy. It wasn't too bad, so we've deactivated that form. Kind of come in, I'm like, I'm just going to throw the special 2, see what happens. But one of the things I want to point out, and you saw it in this fight, but now that I've pointed it out, I want you to really notice it, how much damage we're doing through our combos as we stack up those incinerates. Those incinerates are ticking down the defender's health pool. Look, that's 50,000 score. Rank 5 Carl. The incinerates are ticking down the health pool, but also we are hitting hard multiple times. I was like, I think I could speed this fight up by either just skipping the SP1 altogether, or just potentially going straight to the SP2, and that's going to be part of learning him, and I start to get better with it. So okay, now come in. This is a 223,000 Joe Fixit, health Joe Fixit with 7 stars. So we're not punching down anymore. I think this is a rank 1, but still, we're not punching down. This is a 7-star. We're going in, and one of the things that was very comforting to me as I started to get used to how much damage he's actually doing, right? And we're talking about how much the incinerates themselves are actually doing. We're handling healings and Spectin to Despair, and also with the flare states, right? As that's accentuating our SP2 damage. But here was the other thing: is it was very comforting for me knowing that if Joe gets a disorient on me because of the perfect block and how long that stun is that comes off of it, if I ended up in that scenario, I had time to register if my parry actually took or not. I don't think it ends up actually happening in this fight because Joe cooperates pretty nicely, and I think I got a few nice little intercepts. Yeah, because we're just going to go in straight to this SP2. And this is essentially what I'm talking about, is we could have killed another probably 70, 80,000 health there with that special 2. He's doing so much damage just even getting to the special 2. You're going to see this in the Nick Fury fight. It's like, this is really cool. All right, so now we're going into this fight with Nova. Like I said, I want to show you every single class. A difficult defender, we've already shown you Galan. We've shown you Joe Fixit. Gonna have another science champion, gonna have a skill champion and a tech champion. So here we go. Like, everything's going fine. You're gonna see, I'm gonna lose some points because I think I'm gonna mess up an evade here. I don't remember if it's the SP1 or the SP2 from Nova. Yeah, right there, I get tagged. Fine. Sunspot's gonna go so fast, it's not even going to matter. So here we go in, and we're just gonna go into our SP2. We're 30 seconds into the fight. Nova's already at 50% health, and boom, 62,000 crit. He dead. He is dead. He is gone. 49, basically 50,000 points, and add another 2,000 if I don't mess up that dex, and we're at 52,000 against a Nova. Gone, dusted. Let's move on to the next fight. Okay, this is one of the big ones, right? The skill, one of the toughest defenders in all of Battlegrounds, the 2 health pools of Nick Fury. Now, early in this, I messed up because I did not know how to do this fight properly. I did not know like the fast way, and I lost a match to Zach the Sword. I really had a chance to beat him, but I let him off the hook. So when I talked to my Discord nerd and Shadow and a couple other people talked me up, they're like, I think really what you just want to do, throw your SB1s, let your Incinerates basically kill the first lights of Nick, and then you're going to have your big SP2 ready to go. So watch this. This is a rank 5 Nick Fury. I believe it's a rank 5. My opponent is running recoil. It is what it is. It's not going to change the second life much. I don't think it really changes the fight much, except for maybe costing me a little bit of health. I don't think this looks that much different if he's not, given how few specials he's going to throw. As we are ticking him down with our Incinerates, look at this, and how much our combos are even doing. Just need to bait this out. I don't even remember if I go ahead and throw this other special one. Yeah, I don't, because I'm starting to calculate. I don't need to. And this way I'm going to be at the special 2. I know that there is a trick where if you time your SB2 perfectly, you can kind of almost cancel out that big heal because of your running despair and you got all of those Incinerates. But I felt very confident that I was going to get this win. Again, the special 2 has gross overkill there. We didn't need all of that. Again, without my one mistake, Nick tagging me, add another easily 1,000 points onto that. We're well over 50,000 points against a Nick Fury. Then I know I showed the PI there. I'm pretty sure it was a rank 5. And I can get better. This is all just within 1 or 2 days. This is 2 days of Battlegrounds being live and going. Now, this fight against Scorpion, I want to show you this. As I said, like, part of it for me is measuring how much health is actually on the defender and knowing, do I need to go to the SP1 or not? Or can I just go straight to the special 2? How much damage are we doing with the Incinerates? I noticed this health pool wasn't large. I'm pretty sure this is a rank 4 Scorpion, but it was not a large health pool. And one of the most annoying things about Scorpion is that evade, right? And so I was like, I'm just going to take advantage of the elongated stuns. Like, that's what I'm saying, is there are things in Sunspot's kit that it's not just damage. The damage is amazing, but there's things about his playstyle, that perfect stun, all of those debuffs, the power back when you are basically purifying them off of the defender, that are so incredibly helpful in the game, but definitely in Battlegrounds. So here we go. Watch. This is, I mean, I remember when I was doing this, it just felt so good. There we go. So Sunspot was sunned that whole time. Obviously, he doesn't have Scorpion. He doesn't have a Scorpion sense up, so I don't really need to worry about it. But you can see I'm only hitting him when he's stunned. He's got the Scorpion sense up now. Gonna go in, and we're fine. Through the special 2, I guess maybe he could have evaded. I don't know if there's an invisible stun in Scorpion's SB2 or not. But we only hit him when he was stunned. Come out with 52,000 points. This is GT40. You know how good they are, right? 52,000 points against a Scorpion. And I really think that SP2, if this Scorpion, see, I remember I checked. So 21,000 PI is probably a rank 4. I think if that's a rank 5, I really don't think that looks different. I think the special 2 probably ends it anyway. And if the special 2 doesn't end it, we're gonna have all those incinerates on, gonna finish him off. All right. And then I'm an Eagles fan. I was watching the Eagles versus Vikings game here, and I saw the chance to do this fight. And I was like, I'm gonna YOLO. I wanna see if I can do this, because I knew I was gonna make this video tonight. War Machine is a tanky boy. He's even got a heal back at the end. This one is awakened. This is a 7-star. I was like, we need to do this. We need to do this. I want to just see. Like, that's what Sunspot's making me do, is be like, I just want to see if I can do it. Can Sunspot do it? So here we got, you know the pattern, right? You understand it now. I'm sure you fully get it, but I think you're seeing what the play style, the way his kit is built, allows him to bypass. It's so incredibly cool. So at this point, I'm like, okay, this is a tanky boy. This War Machine is tanky. We haven't done a ton of damage yet, but we're only 20 seconds into the fight. This is going pretty well, right? So we're gonna go in. We've got one of our flare states, 2 now. And that was okay. That wasn't bad. I was pretty happy with that, but it wasn't enough. So we're gonna need to bait a special. I should have baited one a little bit earlier. Remember, I told you, I was just kind of seeing like, what can I do? He throws the special. I'm like, we're good. We're really good. We're gonna go in and perfect block that. I think I use my striker here. Yeah, I'm gonna use my striker. And this is again what I'm talking about, is we're not even gonna throw that last special 2. I'm gonna try to pause this fight for you. My opponent quit out. The final score, I believe, was 48,000. I'll let this run while we kind of finish this up. I'm just getting started with this guy. What he can take and what he can do continues to open my eyes to other possibilities of difficult defenders that are in the game. I think there's gonna be a Mystic Champions he can handle. There's no buffs. And the prowess you get is a passive effect that you only get once you throw that special 2. So it's not sitting there. You don't have to worry about Mystic Dispersion. I mean, he's not buff immune. You can see the dexterity, but there's no buffs in his kit. He's applying a ton of debuffs, so that's gonna help you with despair. The elongated stun is absolutely massive in a player versus player mode like this. He's also incinerate immune if somehow that starts to come up. He's fantastic. He's phenomenal. I absolutely love him, and I'm so glad I took him to rank 2. As usual, let me know what you think I got right. Let me know what you think I got wrong, and let me know if like you learned something new in this, because I know that there's things about it that if someone had told me, like, they make sense, but until I went and actually played him, I would have never thought about advantages his kit can bring to you, especially in a PvP mode. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.